Howdy y'all, my name is Sasser, and today I'm going to show off, honestly, my favorite deck to play in Magic the Gathering Arena right now. It's actually been like ranking me up quite a bit, and it's a ton of fun. You're gonna love this, probably. And here is our deck list. We have Power Explorer. Yes, we're doing a ranked Explorer. It's a lot of fun, I don't know. And power matters. The goal here is fight ringing to get us some crazy cool plays. We have Rotting Regisaur and Shakedown Heavy as our like key 6 power and 7 power creatures, because fight ringing, it activates, gives a +1, and then power 7 or higher. So we have our ramp, some elves, 1 goose, a couple of these, because these also have power 4 or greater to add more mana. And over here, we also have Elder Gargaroth and Defiler of Vigor. Battle Mammoth is recent addition. Unfortunately, Silverback Elder doesn't pop off when you use it, but like once you get this, even when you cast your little creatures over here, you're gonna get some cool effects. We have 1 Glissa. It doesn't mix well with the deck, but it actually has helped quite a bit as a really good blocker. On the high end over here, also fight rigging can activate this as well, which is really nice for a 7 cost card. But Titan of Industry, Ziatora is our 1 red creature, along with we have a red planeswalker over here. Other than that, it's Golgari. On the mana base, we just have a couple of these Ziatora's Proving Grounds and 1 Pain Land. That's it. I'll also make sure we have a Bonder's Enclave. And my favorite thing with this deck is hitting the Rishkars, and having this pop off with a 7 power creature is absolutely insane. It's a free cast. It's a really good time. Alright, I'm going to show off the games now, so hope you enjoy. Alrighty, opening hand for the first game is actually perfect. Unfortunately, my first game, I start off wrong right away. I should have played the Deathcap Glade first, so then I could shock in the other land to get that mana dork out there. But it'll be fine, I promise. But yeah, we have our ramp into our Rotting Regisaur, or now Shakedown Heavy, into our fight rigging, which is so perfect. Opponent is playing mono green. They have their elf down, a wolf thanks to Ranger's class. I'm gonna start off with Shakedown Heavy. Usually, I always try to, if I have Rotting Regisaur or Shakedown Heavy, throw down the Shakedown Heavy first, or don't have to discard. Opponent plays Werewolf Pack Leader. Pretty scary card. But I find like a lot of times they don't let our Shakedown Heavy attack, which means it's just still a blocker, which is great. Fight rigging, we see our Turntimber. Amazing card. I don't hit land accidentally and get a Vorinclex out for free. Perfect. And every time I get this Vorinclex out, I usually get a basic land and a Ziatora's Proving Ground. And there we go, they let us draw. We still have 2 strong blockers now, and we get our mana dork out. And opponent has their own Vorinclex. And with their mana base, it's pretty scary. They're gonna have just a ton of mana with the Devotion land. So I'm pretty worried that they're gonna be activating that Vorinclex like right away. And this draw is my favorite draw. I am very hesitant though, because I feel Vorinclex is the best card in this deck. But we have a Rishkars for 7. So I'm gonna end up doing that, for sure. A easy draw 7, free 5 mana play. We got our Defiler right there. And I didn't even notice, now we get to do 2 quick buffs to our attacking creatures right here. The Shakedown Heavy, they would be able to just stop, but all of my creatures, they decide to scoop. And game number 2. Opening hand isn't as great as the first, but I feel it'll work. I do the same exact thing though. I honestly should have played the Deathcap Glade and just accepted the 3 damage to get out my mana dork, but it works out. Our opponent drops a card I've never seen before, Valki Archaeologist, and it looks like they have a self-mail plan. I honestly wasn't paying too much attention. I just saw 3 toughness, and I'm like, alright, Garruk Unleashed, 3 toughness or 3 power creature versus 3 toughness creature. The math checks out. So you'll notice I barely even look at their graveyard. I should have been paying closer attention. I drop an Oracle of Tragedy and choose draw and discard to fill their graveyard up some more. And 6 power to get through those 2 blockers. And also buffing up that beast lets our mana dork give us 2 mana instead. They choose a double block. I am perfectly fine with this. I fill up their graveyard even more. Again, not really paying attention to it at all. And they bring back a portal. Extremely scary, but that means our journey gets our Glissa back and awesome mana. You could tell how undecisive I am. This portal really freaked me out. So we're gonna choose to pop them and draw a card. Mana is always nice. Gives us our Rishkar for 6 and a free play. I choose the Plunkernos over the Battle Mammoth because I feel like they're gonna kill our stuff more, so I'd rather have something that could bring back right away. And this card, very scary. 2 portals. It activates twice because of the Elesh Norn, but that really doesn't matter. Again, I am freaking out. But we have a full hand and a Planeswalker on the field. Get a body out there thanks to the Garruk. And the game plan here is to instant speed bring back a creature thanks to the cave. We're gonna bring back 2 things of their choice from graveyards thanks to the portals. I was really hoping they were gonna choose one of our creatures so then I could bring it back with our cave to stop them. But they're gonna just fill their graveyard more. The Archaeologist. A lot more thanks to Elesh Norn. Double trigger. Even against our opponent's triple portal, we are not going to give up. On there instead, we're going to bring back our Glissa. with our Garruk, we're going to plus to give it the amazing combination of Death Strike, First Strike, Trample. A extremely scary card in combat. They are going to choose to block. I was really surprised by this choice because of the Trample. So we're going to choose to draw. I am now trying to pay more attention to the graveyard. And we're going to do similar game plan. Going to make sure we have good mana up for our cave to bring back something at instant speed. And they're going to try to have a very stacked graveyard. And this time for the portal triggers, they are selecting things out of our graveyard, which is what we really wanted, so that we could actually deny those. And we could only deny one of them, but luckily they only have one good choice. Let the Mentor go. We bring back our big Hydra. I'm not really happy though, because now with us being tapped out and no instant cave, if they destroy all of our creatures, then we're left wide open. And they have it, except they destroy all the creatures, so their Elvish Throne is gone. Of course they have 3 portals once again, so they'll just be able to bring all of that back. And this Ziatora, it took me a second to see it, but we have lethal right here. Ziatora is amazing for closing out games thanks to our super high powered creatures. And we're gonna go for exact C's here. Sack our 9 power Shakedown Heavy to deal all of the damage. And that's a good game. Alright, game number 3, the goal, not make a mistake within the first 5 seconds. This hand looks really good. And we do draw the Lair, which is extremely nice. Always say hello back. And now we have our Shakedown Heavy into our fight rigging. So of course we just really hope they don't kill our Shakedown Heavy, because that's our whole game plan, and they're going to foretell, which means we have it. And with this, we have a really early Rishkars. So draw 7, 5 mana free play. Really early Defiler. And they have us draw. Makes sense, since now it's a discard 4. Drop all these lands we don't really need. And the foretell card was a Doomscar that hurts quite a bit. Throw it on our tap land in our Shakedown Heavy. And you can see in our hand we have another good combination with the Great Henge with all these high power creatures, because generally we're going to get it for 2 mana. first. And they have a straw. And I'm pretty happy with that, actually. We get our Vraska. And make an even beefier creature. Unfortunately, with beefing up the Shakedown, usually that just means they're just never going to let it attack. Which is card advantage. Can't complain. They have Teferi. I am terrified of all Teferis always. Get rid of our creature. And I did say that I'm always terrified of Teferis, but I have a super high power creature and I go for face. Really hoping I could close it out super quickly. And now even our mana dork is a 5-power creature, very nice. They destroy all creatures. Should have seen that coming a mile away. Now I'm really kicking myself. I should have just hit their Teferi. Because Vorinclex is my only haste creature here. I do have the Lair of the Hydra. But I do choose to go with the Vorinclex. Make sure we get our mana. Once again, I always go for basic and Ziatoras. Dropping Rotting Regisaur. And I could have played more creatures there, but I am super worried about more board wipes. We just go and discard all the lands. Because with the Great Henge, as I play my creatures, I'm assuming I'm just going to draw more lands. And they're getting so much value out of this Teferi that I could have killed so long ago. We return both of our creatures to hand. I could so easily get lethal if I could just keep a creature on the battlefield. And they drop a high power creature thanks to that inscription. They have a 7-power illusion. I'm just gonna get rid of that. And since they keep messing with my permanents, I'm just gonna make sure I have some even more card draw down there. With the Battle Mammoth, if they target, I draw a card, no matter what they target, actually. And we have a Fight Rigging. And Turntimber, always a great choice with this thing. You don't have to select the creature. And I screw up royally, you can see there. I choose the land. I'm really hurting. It's super painful. My opponent's probably laughing their ass off. I just threw away a 7-cast card to get more land out there, you know? They destroy our Lair of the Hydra. To draw a card. discard 3. This time we don't have lands to discard, so get rid of some random stuff. I'm feeling like I could have won this thing if I would have just selected right. Destroy all non-land permanents, so that's a win. Their Teferi is gone, along with all my stuff too, but that's fine. They have a Foretold card. I'm just constantly worried this whole match. Blue-white control, I really should have been able to close this out a lot quicker. The longer this game goes on, the worse it is for me. You have the Journey. No counters, thankfully. So at this point, if they keep destroying all creatures or destroying all permanents, then that's going to be great for me. Because then I could instant speed bring stuff back. Another inscription. Really bad for me. They get rid of my creature to hand and make another even stronger illusion. They have a full hand. They are tapped out. Another Foretold card. I'm thinking that's probably an extra turn. If they can pull that off, that might be game. Drop our trusty Dino, fight rigging, and nothing good this time. But I'll take what I could get. They swing. I'm like, no probs, no probs. Our life count is a resource, and I could let that get to 1. Who cares? And they destroy it all. So I should have blocked. Another Teferi, so scary. And so confusing. Is that the same? I think that's the same one. I should probably check. Yeah, same one, different art. Ho, and there's our Ziatora. An amazing card for closing out games. Can we pull it off? They have open mana. I'm thinking maybe we should wait. Drop our Shakedown Heavy and our Vorinclex. And no counterspell, just more card draw. Opponent has a amazing answer with Farewell. Get rid of everything except for their Planeswalker. And they drop a Cavalier of Chaos. Making sure they have all of the answers in their hand. With a Scary Teferi, a 5-power flyer, and 2 open mana. They do tap out though for another Foretold card. Go ahead and Drop the Ziatora and the Pellucranos. And we are actually going to get rid of that Teferi. I feel like I made a real mistake at the beginning of this game not taking care of the Teferi. And we got Cav Part 2, Cavalier of Gales. Gonna mess with their hand some more. At this point, I'm like, oh man, they have all the answers. But they are taking their time. And we still have our Ziatora on the field. They absolutely need to get rid of it, or I might end it. Ooh, Amiria's Call. So they have a stonky battlefield. Lots of defenders, but that doesn't matter. Because I got my Pellucranos out of the graveyard. I don't see it at first. I almost make a terrible mistake, but I notice I got a big 12 power Hydra coming right out. They're all tapped out, and I don't even need to swing. Just gonna sack that big powerful boy and hit him in the face. Good game. Game number 4. I did forget to hit start recording before starting. But opening hand is all right. No mana ramp dork in the beginning. But we hit our land drops to get our Shakedown Heavy right away. Hoping they don't take our fight rigging. And they're going to take our fight rigging, probably. Or the Great Henge. Oh, they take the Great Henge. Either of those are pretty dangerous. So we hope we get a spicy play. And sometimes we just get more fight riggings. This happens quite often, honestly. So we just gotta make it till next round. Which, if they remove our Shakedown Heavy, we do have our Elder Gargaroth in hand. And enough mana to play it. So I'm confident regardless what they do, which they end up exiling our boy. We are going to get our Rishkars. Again, the Vorinclex, the 6-mana one, is my favorite card in this deck. It causes so much craziness. But Rishkars, it gets a lot of scoops. And here's the final match for this video. Starting hand, decent. Same as last time though, don't have a mana dork, so I mulligan. And we don't have a way to activate the fight rigging, but the turn 1 Elvish Mystic is always pretty solid for this deck. And sometimes, honestly, just beefing up these little boys, if they don't do anything about it, which with their, looks like they're running mono green so far, they don't really have a way to deal with our board. Also, who doesn't love a potential, like, 7-power Gilded Goose? It happens sometimes, and it is amazing swinging with one of those. They have a Devotion land with Wolfhaven on it. So much mana over there. So we have a Defiler under one and a Turntimber under the other for our fight riggings. Up to 4 power on our Elvish Mystic. I got the Augur, pretty powerful. And they're setting up for a lot of mana for a huge play. I luckily have enough mana to play this Hydra, which activates the fight riggings right away. Got myself a Battle Mammoth. and our board has a lot of power on it. Might as well swing with the Elf. And they gotta do something big right now. Or scoop. Alright, good game. And that's it for this video. Thanks for everybody for hanging out. And honestly, I'd love if anybody had any recommendations on how to improve this deck. I really am enjoying Explorer. I would love to know also if anybody else is liking Explorer as much as I am. Alright, thanks again. Have a wonderful night or day.